Okay, we are recording. So now, Thursday, March 19th, 2020. Hooray! What are we discussing? Well, spring is here. Got the windows open, got a nice breeze going, flowers are in bloom, everything's greening up, grass is growing. So, hello. Randy, can you see me? Welcome. We have Brandy as a representative. GSLAD. And if you don't know me, hello. If you don't understand me, you can raise your hand, say stop, and I will explain again, okay? Great. All right. So the agenda for tonight's discussion, we're introducing a new support group. And Sarah will introduce that, and then we will explain and expand upon what we are building here. We'll give a brief history of coronavirus. That's the sign for that. There are other signs, but that's the one that's the most common. So we're going to discuss future volunteer opportunities. So keep an eye out for announcements on GSLAD on their website. Tomorrow we will post something. So all of the information will be there on the website. Go there and get any information. But any duties that you'll be performing will be confidential. General information will be on the website, but we want to keep deaf people's information private. You know what I mean about confidentiality, house locations, things like that. Information about outings, that'll all be kept private because a lot of people are concerned about like rumors spreading or, you know, people knowing other people's business, that sort of thing. So, okay. So I'll give the mic to Sarah to introduce you. First off, I want to introduce myself. If anyone wants to interject and introduce themselves too, that'd be great. Ashley, would you like to go first? Hello. My name is Ashley. I'm a first-year student. Debbie? Oh, hi. My name is Debbie. Brandy, hold on one second.
Debbie.
Debbie, go ahead. My sign name is DL on the jaw, and I am a second-year student. Hi. My name is Brianna. Sorry, I can't see very well. The screen's very small. How do I make the screen bigger? Everyone is like...
Meredith, use the speaker view.
I don't know how to make the screens bigger so that I can see everyone to interpret. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Top right, speaker view. Can you see where to click?
Okay. Continue. Sorry for that. Is that better?
Rebecca, go ahead.
Okay, Betty? Okay.
Rebecca, go again.
My name is Rebecca, and I'm a second-year student at Flow Valley Community College. Max? Oh, Max's screen is off. Okay, Betty? Hi, my name's Betty. And I'm Paul Keel. I wear many hats. Gateway Seniors and Gateway Silent Seniors. And also Greater St. Louis Association of the Deaf. And now adding another hat with this group, which we call GSS Gateway Support Group. I want to thank Sarah for coming up with the idea to help and serve the community. So I've asked the board, GSS, to get involved. And they've said, of course. So this is our first official meeting where we just discuss ideas. Many people are stuck at home and we can't meet in person. So this Zoom meeting will help us all interact and plan. And tomorrow at GSLAD is not open, but the Deaf Club is not open, but we can meet online through Zoom tomorrow night and chat socially from 7 to 9 tomorrow night. We're going to try to do that every Friday. So we'll see. Okay. Everyone understanding me? Okay. Just so you know, COVID-19 itself, where did it originate from? 6, 7, 8. About 3 months ago. Yeah. Betty says, oh, I thought it was just recently, but 3 months ago? Oh, wow. A province in China called Wuhan. It was a food market, and the virus seems to have originated from a type of bat that people tend to eat. And somebody ate the bat, and now the virus has spread worldwide, over 10,000 cases globally, and over 200,000. Are you sure that's not just rumor? No, that's a fact. It came from a bat. People were eating bats, and that's where the virus was transmitted from. That's not just what somebody told me. That's a fact. Yeah. In their culture, that they eat very different types of food. I'm not trying to be racist against Chinese people. That is their culture. They eat wild animals, a variety of different types. It's like a delicacy. Okay, so now coronavirus or COVID-19 has spread worldwide in over 6 continents. All 6. And all countries have cases. Canada, Italy, Spain, America, Africa, you name it. There are cases there. Japan. So it's shocking that just in the last 3 months, well, not just America. Hold on, I need to make Paul bigger again. Okay. All right. Okay, Okay, so in America, in the USA, we have just started in the last 2 months, since January 15th. And then February, cases have grown, and now there are more than 10,000 cases for infected people.
No one.
No one has been prepared for that. It's a complete upset for hospitals, the healthcare systems, ER, emergency rooms are overwhelmed. Cases keep coming in. The numbers are growing daily. The government has asked for people to stay home. And some people can go out, but it's not like, you have to maintain a distance of 6 feet. We can't be chumming around and hugging people. We have to maintain our distance. Stopping, standing in lines. It's best to be outside, because inside, coronavirus itself tends to adhere to surfaces very easily and can remain active for 3 days. So that's not at all a short time period, 3 days. Yeah. So you have to sanitize all surfaces every day. If you leave your house, it should be fine, but just don't go into crowded areas. So if you're going out shopping, at the shopping carts, you need to sanitize that bar, wear gloves. Protective masks aren't necessary, but it is an airborne virus, they said. So it is possible. I keep hearing every day, that's what people are saying. Deaf people know nothing. So it's really important that people know specific details and reasons behind why we can't go out. So in our group, you can help senior citizens or deaf adults who may not. Next week, we may be getting more requests for support, but this new information, you need to contact me, or Sarah. She will help take care of finding volunteers and getting them matched up to clients, giving them information. You don't have to come to me. You can go to Sarah for any information that you need about responsibility and roles. For example, Betty, just for example, hypothetically speaking, Betty. Okay, so let's say Betty needs help with, let's say Betty needs help. You get her address, just for example, and Rebecca gets the address and needs help going to the doctor or grocery shopping, something like that. So she goes to her house and picks her up. Let's say if it's a really small car, easy to forget, a van would be great. Like a front seat or back seat, you may have to use masks. The masks don't, but they do prevent spread of germs. Masks are sold out everywhere, but they are. It's okay to use like a scarf or a bandana to wrap around, but just something as much as you can to cover your mouth. Okay. We're getting new information in every day. The government just announced starting on Friday, and then they'll change it. It's something new every day. And now it's been a week, and information is changing all the time. So yeah, we have to be really patient, and be patient with us and Sarah too, while we're trying to figure this out, get information and decide what to do, and then disseminate that information to all of you. Most information will be shared on the Facebook page. sorry, I forgot the name of it. Senior Citizen Support. That's where we will share it. Okay, silent senior support. So all day today, I've just been calling and calling people, and I finally got in touch with the mayor's office. David Newberg. So I got in touch with him myself, but his office told me that they don't really have any information. So I called over to Sam. So I called Sam Page. So he's the county executive, and I know him personally. His mother-in-law is deaf. So that's a huge positive for us in our community. We can get him on board. And so he's a great advocate as well. And another woman that I've been in touch with, Kathy, I'm not sure, but she told me that there's a grassroots movement on improving interpreter access for the deaf community, so we can make sure that they have a clear view of the interpreter, either in a bubble or on a split screen or side by side. So we'll see. You know, they can't always have somebody standing right next to the speaker because of the 6 foot distance. So they're trying to work on doing a split screen or interpreter in a bubble, picture in a picture type setup. So I know others interpreters have done split screens or in the bubble, and I think that helps. And I've already called the mayor of St. Louis. I've been chatting with her assistant, and I said, there's no closed captions on any of the announcements. Deaf people's first language is sign language, not English. So if you could please provide an interpreter. Captions are not enough. That's very limiting on information, and deaf people need information. So we're really trying to push for live interpreters to be provided. Yeah, it's a lot of information gets lost when deaf people are trying to read captions, if you know what I mean. You guys following me okay? Any questions? Okay, good. When I was explaining to the mayor's assistant, she was completely clueless. And I was telling the mayor's assistant, she was like, oh, thank you. She was very positive and receptive to the information. So I'm hopeful about that scenario. And second of all, tomorrow I'll be contacting the governor, Parsons, to discuss a further push to require that all television announcements have interpreters, not captions. Because deaf people in rural areas, they don't know what to do. People that are isolated from information, they're trying to read captions that aren't very clear or inaccurate. They retain information better if they're watching it from a live interpreter. Okay. And second of all, the senator, Gina, last name Walsh. And we happen to know each other, so I've already contacted her. I wasn't able to get a hold of them, but I left a message asking for help to push for more television stations to provide live interpreters, not captions. I've already contacted Channel 5, Channel 4, Channel 2. It's so funny. I can't get a real person. There's like I think they said 5. It's like they're not even aware that deaf people exist. So I put it out there with the TV station. So hopefully we get a response. I've also contacted Dr. Fossils from St. Louis, the Human Health Department, that they must provide interpreters somehow in their announcements. Okay, that's what we're doing, and that I'm finished. Any questions? Happy to answer. Betty, did you have a comment or a question? No? Okay. If you want to say something, go ahead. Raise your hand. If deaf people need assistance with buying food, if a volunteer wants to add anything to the list that they need for volunteers, you can contact me. Paul and I will then try to find a good match. If you're deaf, contact Paul. If you're hearing, contact me.
Deaf one.
Also, if deaf people want a volunteer, make sure they contact you too. I just want to make sure that's clear. Deaf and hearing can contact you.
Okay.
And you can also Google, we can share information on Google Docs very easily. So.
In a month.
Sarah, did you want to add anything more? Betty? Yeah, I want to add that if anybody needs anything or information, they can go to you. They can go to the website where we'll be posting information there. That's fine. The rest of the meetings will be private.
Meredith, do you need him to do that again?
Does anybody else want to add anything? Okay. Well, hold on one second. I'm chatting with David. Are schools closed?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, they are closed. So right now it's spring break, but I think we're on hold definitely. So I think that's a good thing. Yes, graduation was postponed also. Oh, I see. And I know a lot of things have been postponed. Deaf communities, I'm very sorry. Sorry about that. This is my fourth call, so I was trying to give them the information. Got them on hold, so. Okay, any more topics for discussion? Any questions? Was I not being clear before? Sarah? Some of the volunteers have questions about, like, should they contact you, or what do they do if they want to contact you? Hearing or deaf volunteers, I think, should contact you. I have some volunteers on the phones right now. Max is saying, well, I don't have a car or anything, so I can't do much, but let me know if there's anything, any way I can be involved. If, you know, if deaf people need anything. I don't have a car myself, but my mom does. Go ahead. Also, I have a female volunteer who can't really give rides, but she is offering like financial support. So just letting you know. Okay. So keep in mind that this group is under Gateway Senior Citizens or Silent Citizens. So we are under that organization, and we are not for profit. So we can't, we don't operate under Flow Valley Community College. We're our own organization, and we have, we're like a subsect, you know? So, hi, Diane. Diane's a good woman. Are you from Canada, New York? Where'd you come from? And then you moved here? I really like the backdrop, the green. That's crazy. That's my first time on Zoom. I have no idea how I did it. Looks like you're picking it up. Okay. I'm going to close. We have recorded this, and we're going to send it out shortly. Just letting you know. Someone said before, if there is any new information that will be added to the GSLAD website, also the Flow Valley page, and it can also be added to the Gateway Silent Seniors page. But please make sure you follow the page so you can keep up to date. Right. Any more questions? How do I pull it down? Can you see me? All I see is tiny little boxes. So how do I make it bigger? So I can see y'all better. It's really hard to see. I'll chat with you one-on-one and explain it. I'm out tomorrow. I'm busy, but I'll be back around in the afternoon. So. Okay, so right now, if there's not any other questions, we're going to go ahead and close the call. But this video, it will be added to the Facebook page. So if there's anyone who knows that wants to volunteer or whatever, they can watch this later and add their name to the list as a volunteer. Right. Thank you guys all for joining. All right, I'm going to stop recording now. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. See you around.